Look at that. Hey there, Internet, Keith here, and welcome to the Cars with Keith YouTube channel. And this video is our 2.0 version of our budget deionization system. So some things have changed. We've added some things. We're going to do some maintenance during this video, changing out our resin. We're switching up resins as well. A few things that we've added that maybe not really budget, but it was a review that was given to me, so it didn't cost me anything, and it's a great addition to the cart. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into the video. So the system is some the same and some different from the last video. Our mounted spots are the same. We're still using the two-stage here with a cloth filter and a carbon filter before we get to the de-ionization. So you can see on the front here we have added the Giraffe Tools 130-foot retractable reel. They wanted me to review this after they had really good positive feedback on my last video for their Grand Falls pressure washer, the retractable hose reel one. And I was looking for something similar. Now this is it's about 200 bucks, it's like 190 something. It's very well worth the money, but for a budget type of cart, it is a higher priced item. So it just pulls out, you lock it, there it is. I have the older brass shutoff valve that I've been using on the garden hose side. I have moved it here. I just connects on and off, so I can close it off, and I have a little spray tip right here. Anything in this video is gonna be, there's links will be below. Last one we had a metal hose running down here, and it fed through the side. And we had the ability to take my hose reel from the backside from the pressure washer and use it for both. So I connect it here. I'll be able to use my SGS 28 gun, spray it on the car. But the 3/8 hose really doesn't flow enough without the pressure washer running. So I really wasn't getting the soaking rain rinse that I was wanting. We have gotten DI resin. It is color change resin from Aquatic Life. I think they said this should be able to do 2 of these. I don't know. I did get 2 bags. It was about $40. But I wanted to try color change because I wanted to be able to see, as it changes rather than constantly using a TDS meter. And another thing I want to go through in the video is I don't think you really have to get one of these for it to be deionization. Like there's this, Aquatic Life makes one as well. This is the same units. It's the filter on the inside. You can buy these filters separate. That's cool because you can buy this all in one unit. It's already been bridged together. You can buy these separate and then bridge it together yourself and use the filters. But they all use 10" by 2.5 universal filters. They're all the same size. So what we're going to do today is we're going to undo all this and then we are going to take the filters out of this and we're going to put them in here and see if our TDS is any different. You can't thread a garden hose directly into these. This is plumbing piping. This is an MPT type of thread. You have to get an adapter that adapts you to a GHT like this one right here. If you need one, linked below. Since I did this with all this extra bulky stuff that I did from Home Depot, trying to put it together, I found something on Amazon that does everything here in one piece. We will be going clockwise for these. Once you get it undone, it's pretty easy. All right, so here's your closer look. Look at this. Look at all that sediment. You really can't tell the carbon filter how dirty it is. We save these washers. This one is the same. This is a clockwise loosening. We're leaving this pressure sent, water down the hose. All right. These are refillable, so we just take the top off. You take this little filter out right here, and then it looks like brown sugar. It's just crystals. So I guess the best way to dispose of this, really, I think is just to bag it up, and then look at that. And then I'll rinse this out in the sink real quick. Come on now, there we go. Look at that, looks like a slushie. So we cut the bag open. There's another bag inside. And there's another bag inside of that bag. I assume it's the same bag, just ziplocked on the other side. It is. And you can definitely tell the difference. This resin seems to be a little bit, like little fish eggs more than the brown sugary like texture the other one was. Just gonna fill them up. We'll see if it's enough for 2 of these. That's close. Yeah, that's good. Then we'll put our filter in here. Cloth filter. Screw our top. And there we go. We're going to take these and screw them on. We'll see if they don't leak. Now for these, the filter change, pretty easy. So the carbon will be on the back side. The cloth will be on the front side. And now we have our washers. But man, look at that. Here's Georgia. We have the red clay, but that's probably more rust from pipes. So you can see already we changed our shutoff valve from the house to this much beefier unit right here. About twice the cost of the original I was using, but this is, man, this is amazing. And it tends to flow more water too. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna test the output from here, not necessarily ppm, but just that there's no leaks. So in order to do that, we have to connect from our 2-stage via quick disconnect and this little custom hose I made to the top. And that's going to run down to our unit. We are going to just bring out a little bit. We're going to put our quick disconnect and we'll shut the water off from here. So we'll pressurize the system with no water going out. You see how it's like flowing through. Taking this off now that we've tested that it does not leak. So now we will run directly from this side. The beauty of the shutoff valve. Close this off, let it flow through by itself. Yeah. I really like just the shutoff valve with no tip. Like I said, it's just a really nice soak. So let's fill up the cup. There you go. 0, 0, 0, 0. Awesome. Now I'm going to hook up the hose directly straight to this, check the TDS of that to make sure that the TDS meter isn't stuck at 0, 0, 0, right? This one's going to be a little weird because we're going to have to run this like that. So that's the TDS coming from the house. You can see it's about 60-ish. Now for me, total dissolved solids are coming out of this. This is trying to help get out chlorine, chromamine, stuff like that that can leave the white, water spots, but isn't really considered TDS. Gets that out, keeps this from having to work hard to get that out. Just get out what it can, let this do some work for it. But you saw 0, 0, 0. Now we're going to try to put these filters in these and see if we get the same results. As you can see, we have the resin filter in this one. Alright, we're just going to shoot out the side a little bit to catch some of the cup. We'll do the TDS. Well, then we'll run a full blast, try to catch what we can to see if too much flow adds TDS. So as you can see, you can get 0, 0, 0 with the other filter housing. Now let's do a quick test to see at full blast. So there's your proof that the flow does matter. As you can see, we flowed too much and got 002, which isn't bad at all. 002 is great, but you could just turn down your shutoff valve to get a little bit less flow, and check it to get 000 and just use that. So here's a spray pattern on Heidi. Now don't worry about that right there. That's the reflections. That's not any staining or anything. But you see, we can go full, just straight up wash the panel off like that. That's awesome, right? Look at that. It's all gone. And that's because of that halo coating that's on there. But if I have something on here that I want to rinse off real well and not waste as much water, I got this pattern like that. And this is the amount, this is a way more flow. If you watch the first video on the de-ionization, it was definitely way less flow because I was going through the pressure gun sprayer. But this is, man, this is so good. But look at this when you just go full blast. Basically dries itself. So what do you think? I think it worked out really well. I like the color change resin. It's different. You also notice that we can use this in other filter housings. As long as it's 10 by 2.5, you can move around. Just need to make sure that the filter housings that you have don't flow too much rate. You might have to dial back the water going in a little bit if you can't restrict the flow. At the back side, you could change from a 3/4 down to a 1/2 inch at the end and get a less flow, and that might be able to get you just enough to get the 000. We could pack the resin tighter, like I said earlier, to get 000, but I really don't want to waste resin. If I can get 000 with the current setup I have, I'm just going to use it that way. The retracting hose assembly from Draft Tools works amazing with it, but you don't need that. That's just something nice to have, right? So for your budget, you could get a manual reel with a much shorter hose. You don't need a 130-foot hose to wash around the car. But it did work great. The little shutoff valve tip was just the right amount of flow. I was able to regulate the pattern really well with it. Like, it works just like a gun. I think that's great. So there'll be Amazon links below for all this stuff. I hope it helped you do a resin change as well. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get right into the video. Oh my God. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Oh my gosh. So go ahead. It's still mounted in the same. Oh my God. Who's calling me? I can't answer right now. Here we go again. It is a little cool, like JDM truck bed key car, whatever they're called. It is pretty cool. Here he comes again. Retractable. We have that Draft Tools retractable. We have that Draft Tools. We have that Draft Tools retract. We have that Draft Tools retractable. We have that Draft Tools retractable. Oh my gosh.